Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. Firstly, a journal from Tigray has written an article very critical of the Tigray People's Liberation Front. Is Getachew Reda going to be scapegoated by the TPLF? This is what the general implied in his article. What did he say? Who is this channel? Who is he affiliated with? Because I remember that this general worked alongside some opposition parties of Tigray. He was a staunch supporter of independence of Tigray, if I'm not wrong. I did some videos 2 years ago, I remember. Secondly, viewers, a US senator has been found guilty of taking bribe from Egypt to promote Egyptian interests against Ethiopia. The same senator proposed sanctions on Ethiopian government during 2 year long Tigray war. Back then he was accused of being funded by the TPLF. So let's start, viewers. First news story is about a journal from Tigray who has written an article about internal divisions in the TPLF. So this article is available on a website. Anyone can read it. What is the journal saying? What is the background of this journal? His name is Tigrayan. Tigrayan founded INSA, Ethiopian Information and Network Security Agency, Cyber Security Agency. He was one of the founders of this Cyber Security Agency of Ethiopia when he was working on federal level. But during Tigray war, all main Tigrayan journals retired mainly, they joined TDF. Tigrayan has been supportive of independence of Tigray. I remember in 2022, 2021, I saw him holding meeting with opposition parties of Tigray, calling for independence of Tigray. He has been critical of the TPLF in the past. What is he saying now? Well, firstly, he confirmed the internal divisions in the TPLF, which we have been reporting, saying that TPLF has a long history of internal dissent, which led to power struggle in the past too. So it's not something new. It has been ongoing for years. Secondly, he says that the concept of democratic centralism is misused by the TPLF. The concept is that there should be democratic discussions within a party and then decisions should be made. But this concept is exploited, misused by the TPLF. Discussions are held, but dissidents are silenced. They're scapegoated. Tekle Birhan mentions Eregavi Birhe, who was one of senior members of TPLF. He disagreed with senior leaders and he was fired. And interestingly, Tekle Birhan mentioned Getachew Reda's name in the list of those who have been sacrificed, who have been scapegoated by TPLF's old guards. So it means that according to Tekle Birhan, Getachew Reda is going to be sidelined. Though a lot is going to happen in coming days, we don't know which course will TPLF's internal divisions will take. We don't know. Congress is due to be held. Internal investigations will be conducted. Getachew is not weak. He has backing of military, Tigray, some military commanders. His backing of Addis Ababa federal government. It won't be easy to just remove him, to isolate him, to sideline him, I think. But let's see. Tikle Birhan claims that Getachew could be another TPLF leader who is going to be sacrificed. Solution, he is calling upon the people of Tigray to speak for Tigrayan nationalism. He is a big supporter of Tigrayan nationalism, independence, etc. So, in a way, he suggested that people of Tigray should rise against TPLF, or TPLF should sincerely work to implement democratic reforms in the party. This is what the General Tikle Birhan said. Getachew has support in military circles in Tigray. Sadkan is back. Sadkan is supportive of Getachew. Sadkan has been calling for democratic reforms in Tigray. He proposed a solution to last year to steer the region towards peaceful democratic transition towards a new elected government. He has been critical of TPLF too. Whereas was pro TPLF, but I don't know his current position. Now he's on good terms with Getachew Reda. That's why I say it's difficult to scapegoat Getachew, but Tikle Birhan believes that Getachew is going to be sacrificed by TPLF senior guards. Secondly, viewers, a US senator is going to be sentenced for taking bribe from Egypt. Investigation has been completed. His name is Bob Menendez. Bob Menendez he was head of US Foreign Relations Committee of Senate, a senator from New Jersey. He called for sanctions on Ethiopian government during the 2-year-long war. Back then, people accused him of being funded by TPLF. Investigation has been conducted by authorities in New York. Investigations found Bob Menendez guilty of taking bribe from Egypt. He received around 500,000 US dollars and gold from Egyptian generals. He and his wife met with Egyptian generals. They traveled to Egypt in 2021, some meetings were held. And he agreed to protect Egyptian interests against Ethiopia on the issue of GERD, Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which is one of disputes between Ethiopia and Egypt. Investigation completed. The man is set to be sentenced in October, reportedly. Now, this development indicates that even US lawmakers are vulnerable to corruption. So, when US lawmakers take positions, it's not that their positions are based on some principles. They could be biased, they could be bribed. But the development also indicates that there are institutions in the US monitoring the activities of top men in power. Such institutions are lacking in other countries. This is the difference. Corruption is there in the US too, but there are institutions which hold people accountable, no matter what their position is. Thank you for watching.